you know this is what you want to see right here. This is the good stuff. In the top left-hand side of the map, representing Alpha X, it's Astrea.
And in the bottom right, he is the Polish Terran player. He's blue, he's souL.
Two of, I gotta say, like, favorite NA Protoss, favorite European Terran, I think.
Wow, that's a big list of players for both.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite EU Protoss and favorite, wait, what was that? Favorite American Terran. Yeah,
favorite
okay.
American Protoss, favorite European Terran.
I think you have that backwards, but I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. It is still early. But yeah, I'm just always cheering for souL. And then Astrea of late, he's just won me over just on like the pure amount of skill that he's starting to show in all the series that he plays. Like, he's becoming one of those guys which it's like, you know, he can really possibly beat anyone.
Yeah, once you get to that point, we talked about that yesterday, and it came true a bunch of times. Once you've reached the point of being a professional StarCraft player, you can beat anyone. I'm not saying you will, but you can beat anybody.
Now, we got a bit of cheeky cheese here coming from Astrea.
We sure do. This kind of feels Max Paxy to me.
It's Max Paxy, but it's not, and I still don't have my answer as to
what the
why
difference
players
is?
don't actually use the Max Packs.
I don't know. I mean, is it just if it gets scattered, it's too easy to hold? That could be the same for any proxy, though, really.
I don't understand. Now, souL's seeing the lack of a base, and he's like, oh, look at that. Cancels his CC immediately because he knows exactly what this is. He is having exactly none of it.
Yeah, we're going to defend this using the one base against the one base aggression, which is always a smart thing to do in Protoss versus Terran or vice versa.
Oh, look at that in chat. Alpha X SC2 says Astrea will dominate. I might be sensing a little bit of bias there, but we'll just play it out and see if that is the case or not.
Entirely possible.
It is.
Apparently,
Now,
Wolf is here to see my beard, so...
that alone is a big draw.
It'll come back.
Now, souL scouted this and he's like immediately like, oh, cancel the CC. I kind of wish he just didn't start the CC in the first place because he did have his SCV here by the time he started the CC.
Yeah, so he cancels it and then rebuilds it in his main.
Yeah, because like I feel like the whole reason you send the SCV, like maybe I'm mistaken on the timings, is so that you know whether it's safe to build your expo or not. Like, I'm actually curious. Right. Like, I'd like to ask him that because there's obviously a lot of things I don't understand about StarCraft 2.
Sure.
Just little things like that. As yeah, I mean that's 100 minerals having to cancel the CC and rebuild it in its main base. Anyway, though, we've got Astrea with a good number of adepts sharking out on the map. There's now going to be a Prism joining up with them.
Oh, that's so good.
Going to be having to deal with these adepts.
Tank sets up. If the Marines can deny the Warp Prism, which they can't, they're almost in position to do it. But we got a bunker, and we've got a tank.
In the tank, beautiful shot that kills one of the stalkers immediately.
Repair! Yeah, pulled a ton of SCVs to go for the repair. The tank is firing. That is not as many units as there were previously. This is a good position to harass from there. The tank has no coverage behind the mineral line. The income for souL is 0 right now. Tank repositioning.
Second tank pops out as well. This is going to be huge for holding this, and I honestly think that this is going to be a hold here from souL. He's dropping meals just to make sure he gets any income that he can. Astrea has to commit to this, but he can't commit into these siege tanks.
No.
He's just losing units left and right. This cheese is falling on its face. GG. souL.
Those tank shots, though. Every tank shot felt like it took down an entire stalker. That was beautiful play. Should not get out of there as early. I want to check the kill counts on those tanks. Anyway, yeah, that was great. The Marines didn't really help all that much. It was just tank fire, tank shot, splash, splash, splash. Adepts falling, stalkers falling. And yeah, I mean, at that point, you recognize we're done. And let's just move on to game number 2 here. Pretend that never happened, and
Uh-huh.
see what happens here on Eternal Empire.
Yeah, the cheeky cheese gets scouted there. And we're going
Yeah.
to make sure all the players are ready as we'll load right on into the next game. Yeah.
souL says Terran domination.
Terran domination indeed.
Oh, and thanks for the follow on Twitch, Wolf, by the way, and the $5 donation. Figured out it was from him.
Oh,
I
cool.
just got a random $5 donation. And then I went back and looked through my Twitch logs, and I was like, oh, yeah, man, nobody ever uses this. So thanks, I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. What? Wrong map?
No, right map. I just accidentally started.
Oh. Oh, I see. I see.
Okay, so souL just needing a second here.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's one of the. I mean, that's definitely the shortest game we've cast in Africa World 50. Yeah, you included.
There was some special 2-raxes.
Okay, so there were.
So
Just get real short sometimes.
yes. While we do wait for the players to be ready, do make sure you check out that match arena. We have got ourselves that match arena. So use that coupon code AW50. Allows us to give a few free cents or dollars to the players. If 2 of you do it, that gives $1 to the players for free. And all the players you see playing today will indeed benefit directly from that. Okie dokie.
And yeah, I mean, this whole anyone can beat anybody thing is not just an esports thing or not just a Starcraft thing. I mean, yesterday in the NFL, the Tennessee Titans beat the Baltimore Ravens in a playoff game that nobody picked the Titans in. And they beat them big. It was by like several touchdowns. So sports in general, competition, right? This is why we compete. If the outcome was foregone and there was no suspense as to who would win something, we'd never watch, we'd never play. But the fact that there's this uncertainty is what makes it fun, in my opinion.
And this is why you don't watch a souL match until like at least the round of 8.
souL is a weird exception.
We'll
At least
see
until
if
he
that
matches
holds
up
true,
against.
though.
Well, when he matches up against Raynor, whatever that happens to be.
I don't know. Maybe this year it's going to be souL falling back down from grace.
Could be. That's why it's exciting. That's why it's fun.
Anyway, in the top right-hand side of the map, that cheese did not work out. However, he still is Astrea.
And in the bottom left, he is souL. Great scout, great hold, great reaction. Beautiful play in game 1.
Yes. You see what's going on, you're like, hey, that worked out real nice. All is well. Gateway on the way for the Astrea. And then Probe gonna be moving across the map. Okay, Falcon. Who's gonna win the whole tournament? Let's hear it.
Can't.
You can't.
I've been so wrong. Yesterday I was wrong about everything. My confidence is shot. But the whole darn thing, it's hard to pick against souL. It just is. He just has the better resume compared to anybody else here.
He does.
But resume is not everything.
Yeah. I'm honestly, like... I am a big Astrea fan, but I really want to see souL versus souL. Like, I think that's going to be a sick TVZ if we get it. It's going to be a best of 7. There's going to be some proxy 2-racks. However, I think there's also going to be some great macro play from souL. And then just seeing like how that matches up against souL. Oh, it'd be good. Either way, it's going to be great because Astrea having a chance to have a rematch after his close series with souL would also be awesome. And then the winner has to go play Mana.
Which is no easy move at all.
No, it's not. This probe. Thanks his lucky stars that souL doesn't feel like checking the watchtower. And then the Reaper charges across the map.
Not really intending to kill much, because by golly, that's impossible in the current meta.
For a Reaper to kill anything?
Against Protoss? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
it seems
you'll
like
get a
every...
probe.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like there's always an Adept, there's always a Stalker. There's
Not
always
in my
something
games,
you have
man.
to worry about. Okay, fine. At the pro level?
Not in my games. Like, I'm like, all right,
Actually,
I'm gonna
hold
build
on.
my
Look at
gateway.
this. Look at the sneakiness.
And then I go for a Cyber Core before my Nexus, and I don't even, like, I somehow don't have a unit in time. This Reaper's... Oh, what a lucky Reaper.
Yeah, just outside that Adept's attack range.
That definitely could have been got there with a bit of adjustment. So far, souL a little bit in the dark. Whoa, Drilling Claw's gonna be the choice from souL most likely.
I like it. I like Drilling Claws.
Mm-hmm.
Forces your opponent to invest a lot in detection.
Yeah, it is fun just basically vomiting Widow Mines out of your medivacs that just immediately land in the ground, essentially.
Yeah. And just go direct from the medevac into the ground.
Yeah, this is a build that I do a fair bit on ladder. souL's is more macro-oriented because he has a CC, whereas I skip that. But like this is a fun build to do. You're just like a Protoss are just so used to pulling probes at like a specific rate and splitting, but they just don't have that time.
Right.
Oracle.
So Oracle, yeah, a couple kills, being annoying.
Reaper goes
Another
down.
one. Very nice. Getting those 3 kills on an Oracle this early is pretty impressive. Not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Warping, because there's no gateway or nexus here.
There is not. Astrea is going to be going for like a bit of like an odd adept pressure, it feels like. Adepts and the Oracles. This is something that Astrea seems to like doing, as he does this in his PvZ as well. But now trying it in his PvT, sometimes these pushes work, but a lot of the time they don't get a lot done. We do see, though, Astrea's committing like a fair bit to this. This is going to be 7 Adepts and what should be 3 Oracles showing up, going to shade on top of souL's base, and then basically just say, hello there. And
oh, yeah, finish that
look
transfer.
At that.
And the Oracle's getting some good damage done on these Marines. Is the bunker going to finish, though? Adept's not really focusing on the bunker, really more worried about the Cyclone, which is entirely fair.
Yeah, 6 SCVs go down for that, maybe 7? Nope, just 6 in total. I don't know if that was worth it.
I don't either. Doing some quick maths in my head. I don't feel like it was worth it. But, I mean, Astrea is up 50 to 36, so at the end of that...
He did reset the Marine count, killing 10 of them, and he got the 6 SCVs, so it's not bad. Not great, not terrible.
No, I mean, didn't put him in some insurmountable position at all.
No, not
I like
at
the
all.
third base he's got running, though. Third base at this stage of the game is pretty fantastic.
And souL also does have his drilling claws here, and Astrea has no idea about this, so this is going to be a nice surprise. Astrea, though, is going for a Phoenix behind this. That is just wonderful as the Protoss for shutting down medivacs. Like, this medivac flying over this pylon essentially has to go home. It's like, nope, can't do it. Try again another day.
It's worth a shot. Yeah, the only detection available here is scanner.
souL sending out that medivac in a random direction. Another one moving out. He wants to try dropping as much as possible. Now, this one medivac could be in a bit of trouble here. It's avoiding the
caught it.
arm.
He
Yeah,
saw
he sees it. And there's a Phoenix out. Phoenix and soon to be a lot of Blink Stalkers as well, so Astrea being really aggressive this game. However, in goes these drops. I'm gonna have to try and keep eyes on all of this. This first drop, the mine should unburrow very quickly. Surprise, says souL. One of the mines gets burrowed. The second drop gonna move in towards the third base. 1 mine burrows.
Oh, this one's brutal.
9
Nice
probes
hit.
in total. The main base getting hit now too. Make
Nice
that
hit.
14. The command center of souL though gonna go down though.
Ooh, nicely done. Nice little bit of counter damage, but he's got a perma-cloaked Widow Mines in his mineral lines. Oh, there we go. Revelation used.
Yeah, he does have lots of oracles.
That's
so he
fair.
should be fine. But like, the fact that he killed soul's third, if he didn't do that, he'd be in a tough spot or a much worse spot. However, he got it, so he's laughing. Widow Mine's gonna have their shots baited out.
Nice
souL
blinking there.
engages these stalkers.
Saw a tweet the other day. Lazy Game Reviews reviewed basically a card you could put into your computer. Oh, goodbye, entire medevac full of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Back in the 90s, that added a cigarette lighter to your front panel.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know! Isn't that so great?
That is like the most 90s thing ever.
It is. And, like, you know, cigarette lighter's not that big. The other part of it was a cup holder.
Oh, God.
Made me laugh so much.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Widow Mine drop. Surprise. Hope you like your probes dying.
Don't, really. 12 more down.
No. Not again.
Third base
Not
down
like
again.
this.
The repair is better this time. That's a save. Repair is good.
Yes, it is. That was a close one, though. souL really getting bullied here by Astrea.
Yeah, Astrea's up. A bunch of workers here. Army is substantially bigger as well. Blinkstalker pressure, though, can't really stand in a direct fight against Marines Marauders with Stim and Medevac support, so that's why Astrea had to pull out there.
No, they cannot. souL's also about to have his 1-1 done. Astrea going up to a 4th base behind this, though. He's getting a charge, probably a ton of gateways behind this. He's at 8 currently. I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw up some more, as he is playing this gateway-heavy style before he's able to get up this Robo Bay.
Yeah, there's a bit of a window here where if souL pushes, Astrea will not have any splash damage at all to handle this. Oh my gosh, the Oracles come on in with the army out of town. When the wolf's away, what is it? When the cat's away, the mice will play, I believe is what it is.
Something
11
that
SCVs
represents
down.
dead SCVs.
My goodness. Both players' economies have taken some hits today,
Yeah,
but somehow Astrea's at 80,
Yeah.
so he's fine.
He's got a Chrono Boost, man. He's just making probes non-stop.
You are not wrong.
It is the
Chrono
Protoss
Boost.
way, and he's going to go for a 5th base soon, I bet, even as well. He's just going to do that Protoss, basically, swarm thing, which will just have so much economy and so much stuff.
Oh yeah, Zerg style.
souL asking for a bit of a pause game.
Wolf in chat. SCV lives matter.
Game resumed.
Yeah, I mean, so again, souL has a decent window here. There are no Colossus yet. There are no Destructors yet. There's no Storm yet.
Mm-hmm.
So he can maybe get a base here with
This is
push.
just a lot of Stalkers, though, and Astrea can warp in a ton of charge lots.
I mean, don't go this ramp.
No.
Go somewhere else.
Do not do it.
Hard to do, though. He's been revealed.
Widow Mines, once again.
Cannons.
Being
Nice
vomited
lifts.
out. Yeah. souL
Yeah, not
is
bad.
gonna be in a lot of trouble this game. And I think it all comes back to the fact that he lost his 3rd orbital command. Like, you should not lose orbital commands as a Terran, really, ever. It's one of the most preventable things in StarCraft 2. As they can fly and they have 1500 HP.
And SCVs are great at repairing.
Uh-huh. So, the fact that souL lost that, really, it's just not something that can really be calculated into the Terran equation. And it to work out normally. So now souL, he's having to retreat all the way home. Mass Zealots in tow.
And Astrea's got his Colossus, which he's been wanting for a while now.
Yep, he's got his 2-1 upgrades as well.
Extended thermal lance. Good Widow Mine shots helping a little bit, but, you know, maybe not enough.
maybe not enough. Zealots in the third base. Meanwhile, the big Protoss army is coming on in. I see souL having a tough time holding this attack right now. His bio is already overstimmed. These +2 Colossus are going to massacre it. GG.
Yep.
Astrea ties things up.
Hey, very nicely done. That first game, just put it behind you, forget it happened. Get a win in game number 2, and we can make it to a game number 3. Wolf says, joke's on you, I struggle to keep one orbital command.
And that's if I remember.
Yes, fair enough. There are a lot of people who struggle keeping orbital commands.
Particularly when you're playing like Protoss or Zerg.
Yeah.
It's tough to keep your orbital commands.
Gotta make them planetaries versus Zerg, especially.
Mitsuo Wolfblood contributes another $5.50 to the match arena.
Oh yeah, said he just wanted to throw a little support into everyone.
On behalf of Astrea, souL, Solar, and Vana. Thank you.
Yeah, they're in the money. They all get little bits of that.
Thank you. That'll
Some
get
people
split
get
up
bigger bits than
nicely.
others. Yeah. We're moving into World of Sleepers here for game number 3. Yeah, so very quick defense on a quick attack there. souL wins game 1, a little bit more of a macro style with a ton of workers dying in game 2. And what is game 3 going to have?
All right, in the bottom left-hand side of the map, he's Astrea.
And in the top right-hand side of the map, it's simply souL.
Simply souL.
Let's go Astrea, Alpha X. In chat is rooting hard.
Astrea, I'm gonna say he's gonna qualify for the GSL.
You're feeling it.
Yep. He almost did last time he was in Korea. And this time around, like, I think he's gonna do it.
I could see it. I could see it happening.
Like, if you can have a close series with Solar, and then
you belong.
like, he took down sort of easy, like, he's gonna do it pretty nicely. Probe runs on up this ramp.
It's harassment time.
Yeah, get him. Do you think Astrea should macro or cheese this game?
Well, looking at recent history, his macro game seems a little stronger. So,
yeah, Astrea does seem to be a very strong macro Protoss, and that's what I'm really enjoying about this whole tournament in general. Just everyone's really good at macro, like not really afraid to do it in a sense. Like, we had Bly in it, but for the most part, like everyone is willing to go into the late game.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes the matches really exciting. Leet Devon says, go Astrea, but also go souL because I'm T.
Split loyalties there, I see.
So he's probably like an Astrea like fan, but then he's gotta cheer for the Terran, as you do. I play both Protoss and Terran, so I'm just enjoying this.
You're just cheering for everybody all the time, except for that filthy Zerg.
Except for the Zerg, absolutely. They do well enough that they don't need any additional cheers from LaughNgamez.
They do not. There's the Adept.
Oh, one dead probe, maybe a second.
Hey, look at that. Ooh. Probe down. 2 probes down.
The Reaper.
souL heard me. souL was like, look, man. I can get probes.
Ooh, right into a Phoenix for Astrea.
Huh.
We all saw how good Astrea's Phoenix were versus Bly. His, like, 20 Phoenix.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Elite Devon in chat saying, ah yes, I used to main Z, but we don't talk about that. To which I say, it's alright, we all make mistakes sometimes.
Wow, it's kind of slander. I don't know if I can handle it.
2 Hellions for
Couple
souL,
Hellions.
gonna run on into the base.
There you go. 3 more probes down, possibly more.
Oh,
yeah,
5.
5. Nice.
5 for 2 Hellions, not bad at all. All jokes aside, Zergs, please don't leave the stream.
I'm Zerg. We have Zerg representation.
It's okay to bad talk, as long as it's all in jest. Third Nexus going up for Astrea.
Loving that timing. Little 430 Nexus never hurt anyone.
Devin
Phoenix count
saying,
getting up there.
yes, I have Alpha X loyalty. Let me tell you, those Alpha X guys, they're everywhere. I can't queue up on the ladder without finding one.
They are legion.
They are the swarm. Forget Kerrigan, it's Alpha X.
All right, Phoenix, let's go.
Let's go. 4 Phoenix crossing the map. souL's going for a bit of a push though.
He's bringing SCVs.
Now this has been spotted by Astrea. So double shield battery getting tossed on up. The Phoenix are going to have to lift up what they can. Maybe nab up a couple of Marines. Nicely done. Lift.
SCV's in trouble too.
souL just going right for the third base. Says, right, I'll handle this. Astrea not going to cancel it though. However, I don't know if he's going to be able to save this. Hasn't mined out the minerals, so he can't access this.
Doesn't have enough Phoenix to engage, especially with the Vikings around.
No, definitely not. So Astrea, not able to save this base, probably should have just canceled it if he realized how severe this attack was. So souL kind of catching Astrea off guard a little bit.
Yeah, that's a nice win. I mean, Astrea retakes his third up north a little bit here. souL doesn't have a third base either. Cybercore, man, so much damage from these Cyclones versus buildings. If Astrea wants to keep that, he's not going.
Nope.
It's done.
It's quarter past not happening for Astrea. As that Cybercore goes down, he's already having to start up another one. He's going to lose a gateway as well, further hampering his production. souL doing a great job with his aggression here. Now, Astrea is going to try and catch this army to try and at least get some of his value back. Some of the units being lifted up in the medivacs. This is the perfect time for Astrea to go in. All of the Cyclones getting lifted. The Stalker's going to be able to focus them down. The Phoenix doing what they can. Looks like an alright engagement here. The medivac goes down. The Cyclones actually make it into the main base, though. So Astrea going to have to clean this up.
That's pretty good. Annoying here, but should have enough to get rid of these units. Everybody's very injured anyway. And the pylon, that's a big pylon, ends up surviving. Marines maybe trying to get another kill, but that's not going to happen. So good aggression, but at this stage of the game, I mean, Astrea's third is almost done replanting it. It is done.
Yeah.
And souL doesn't have a third yet. So, I don't know. Astrea took some hits, but economically, he's doing pretty good for himself. Astrea, up workers, up in base count.
I think this is actually quite alright for souL. He's got good bio production kicking in, and the Protoss did take a lot of damage there. So, while he may seem alright, he's definitely got to be behind in some way. And we see souL up a good amount of army supply. Astrea's tech isn't really there. I mean, he's getting up Colossus just now, but his Phoenix count that was supposed to support this has been reduced as he lost 3 Phoenixes there. And souL is going to be able to go for a bit of a scary push, I feel, at some point.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good here. Good number of Marines. Got those tanks, also important, too.
Oh,
wow, 4th. Hot diggity.
This is really bold for Astrea. To commit to a 4th base and say that he says, yep, I'm going for a 4th, that means I'm not worried about dying at all. And I mean, he's going for a very sort of, I guess fickle would be the word for this composition. Phoenix Colossus, it can either seem incredibly strong or incredibly weak. And he's,
coin flippy.
yeah, in a sense, he's gonna have a tough time stopping this push, though, I feel. So it's all about whether he can hold this and reap the rewards from his 4th base investment. It's not going to be easy, though. 4 tanks rolling up for souL. He's even got a couple Vikings in the mix for this. Astrea needs to be all hands on deck here to hold this attack. He's got 2 Colossus out, but 4 siege tanks are there, and it looks like souL might just go for the 4th base as well. Astrea wants to push out, but I don't know if he can here.
Nah, he needs to defend up here a little bit. That base up north, yeah, a little bit early, a little greedy to take that. Seems like there's no saving it at this stage. Phoenix trying to get some work done. Marine damage, hitting him a little bit there, but Colossus coming to assist.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is just too much Marauder damage on that 4th to save it. Not in a position to do so. The tanks are a big problem too. Colossus are trying to engage, trying to defend. But the tank count is just too high. Look at that.
Astrea's going to have a tough time pouncing on top of this, mainly because since he invested so much in the Phoenix Colossus, he doesn't have charge. He's making double Immortals, which will help out once they get out, as there's a lot of tanks and Marauders. Astrea even looking to try and get something from behind with the Phoenix, but there we go. He's going to go for it. The Phoenix lift up most of the siege tanks, knocking them out of the fight, so Astrea's moving forward, but there's simply so much Terran here, and it looks like souL is going to be taking the 2-1 lead in this series.
Dead impressive. Very nice victory there. Showing up with the tanks, and like you said, there are no charge, no Immortals to defend and help against that, and turns out Protoss, if it doesn't have certain things, it is harder for them to take down that style of a push from Terran. So well played. Alpha X in chat watching Devin. Watching his Alpha X loyalty.
Alpha X is watching Devin. I think
you
is what's going on there. Making sure he's staying loyal to the clan. Making sure he's not BMing on the ladder or anything like that.
Maybe. Maybe that's the concern.
I think that is... Sorry, go on.
That's going to be on Ephemeron for the next match, those of you who are concerned about that stuff.
I think that is one of the most important things that a clan can do. Make sure that their members aren't BMing on the ladder.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times that I've been, like, BM'd by someone on a clan, and it's like, really? I now have 0 respect for your clan or whatever.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I also tried to look for, like, the Laughin' clan tag to see if that was free. Absolutely not. And I checked that, like, the members of the clan, there's 3 of them. They've all been offline for 7 years.
Wow. That is a while. That is a while now.
So I ain't getting that clan tag. In the top left-hand side of the map, it's Astrea.
And in the bottom right, he's here. He's up 2-1 souL.
You could make it yeah, capital I for the Laughin'. Yeah, that's kind of gross, though. It just feels so wrong. I'll think of something. I got, like, the LNGZ for now.
Nice, nice.
I feel like Astrea really has the stuff to play a really good PvT, but he just hasn't quite been pulling it together so far. So we'll see if he's able to run a bit of a tighter ship this game. PvT, that is. I might have said PvZ. I don't know.
I think you said PvT. Okay. I'm with you.
It's early.
It's so early. Earlier for you. This is your 3rd day in a row, so that's exciting.
Still. It's worth it to wake up this early to cast this Starcraft.
I think so.
Sometimes got to give when it's a European versus Korean Cup.
And that's our sleep.
That is our sleep. That's how it goes for commentators. Reaper moves across the map as the probe moves in. 2 minutes and 10 seconds is around that timing in which the probe says, right, it's my time to shine. I'm going to go ahead and try and be a pain, but the Marine for souL will send this probe packing.
Yeah, just making sure that command center wasn't canceled or other shenanigans happening. Adept second scout moving out. Reaper not super pleased about this new development.
No, not
Should survive this encounter, though.
Yeah. The Adept, though, going to run right across the map.
Careful, though.
She's already a bit bruised, though, so these two Marines should be able to dispatch her.
Yeah, back when she two-shot Marines, different story, but the three-shot
gosh,
is different.
I forgot all about that.
PTSD.
No, thank you.
Man. Adept all-ins were the rage back then.
That was, like, the most simple change that made life a lot better. Nerfing the Adept damage by 1. They no longer two-shot Marines. They no longer two-shot SCVs. It's like, thank you. It was, at the time, Liquid Bunny who suggested that.
Yep. Some good math there, making the game
he
better.
Retired. So, arguably his greatest contribution to the Starcraft 2 scene, besides his amazing play.
I was like, wow. Fair enough.
I mean, Terran's everywhere. We thank him. We thank him so, so much. No, I do miss Bunny. It's a shame how he retired.
It is. Miss him. Blink about halfway done for our Protoss player.
Going
Robotics.
for my favorite
Robos.
build.
Your favorite build of all time?
Yeah.
Just right now.
This is the greatest Protoss build. It allows you to be extra defensive with the Blink Stalkers, get up a nice timed third, and then you can really just react to what the Terran goes to. It's like a perfect blank slate. And then you can even poke a little bit with the Blink Stalkers, and oh, look at this, Astrea. He's going to intercept this Medivac drop a little bit. So these two Widowmines suddenly going to have to boost on into the natural, but there's already 2 other Stalkers waiting for them, so souL just says, hard nope.
Nope. Nope.
And parks that Medivac there.
Not walking in there. Thank you very much.
souL, once again, going for a quick third command center, beating out the Protoss. Really goes to show how comfortable in the macro game he is, which is just really great to see from a Terran. Like, a lot of Terrans will just be like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the past 10-minute mark, so I'm gonna just, you know, pull the boys and two-base it. And we did see souL get aggressive in that last game. But the fact that he is willing to mix in macro like this at times, very, very important.
Little Blink Stalker pressure coming in from Astrea. I'm going to try to get into the main base a little bit, cause some for the Terran, but not really intended to be game winny. Working on the Colossus and the charge lots for that.
Yep. Tank on the high ground, tank on the low ground. Should be able to repel these Stalkers easy peasy. And oh, souL sees this Observer.
Can't quite get it, though. Stalker's defending from that low ground. Tank sets up, says, you're not allowed in this house. 2 forges on the way from Astrea. Those upgrades are so important, as souL already has his +1 attack for infantry on the way.
Yeah, this is what I like to see in Astrea, already going for a 4th base. Wow. This guy really loves his macro. I was telling you the other day how he went for like the super quick 3rd base, 9-gate build. And then how versus souL, how he kind of threw the series, but he got away with a super quick 4th base. So he really likes going for his kind of economic plays.
Charge and Combat Shield finishing up at about the same time, which is always kind of fun here in the Game Heart interface.
Beautiful, beautiful production tabs from both the players. souL already getting out that drilling clause, so preparing to transition to Widow Mines. Well, he's also got a very good siege tank count already, up to 5, and then going into his own 4th base. Meanwhile, Astrea is building 7 gateways. Oh boy, this game is really building up to be something.
Yeah, let the aggression commence.
It's going to be a slugfest, I feel, as both these players are going to have a lot of power behind them off their strong economies. And then, yeah, we'll see where the game's going to go from there. souL just going up to a fusion core already. Like, he's barely been aggressive this game, just showing, I'm going to macro up. Probably just start making liberators, get up the rest of his army. All the while, Astrea is getting away with his 4th base super duper quick. Wow, this is just a very, very respectful PvT where both players are sitting back and macroing.
You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. I think it's the unwritten message.
10-minute, no rush.
Yeah. Oh, those were the best back in the day. Yeah, just further upgrades on the way. 2-2 coming in, shoving away any attempt at harass. On this side of the map, mind you. That was not shoved away on Astrea's side of the map. That was souL not getting out of his own backyard. This one a little bit closer to home. Oh, no hits either. Just absolutely crushed that drop.
No success there. This drop going to be attempting to get off at this base. Do the mines unload? Yes, they do.
Dead.
Oh, wow. 7 probes. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Bruising a bunch of the army units, too. It's pretty good.
Astrea with a very sick warp in a stalker showing. Kind of just flexing his mass production there, so he can warp in that many units, easy peasy. souL's beginning to drop now, though, which is kind of risky, dare I say, at this stage, because a recall goes down, it brings back a single observer. Not what I expected.
That's amazing.
souL going to be unloading some of his units here. However, these units got to be very, very careful, as Astrea basically has been unharassed this whole time, so he's kind of ready to receive this and just pulls his army into position.
Yeah, Colossus show it's time to get out.
More Widow Mines going down for souL. Actually starting to mount up to something. Astrea was up at 80 workers. He's now down into the 60s. Alright, in comes the Protoss. Are we going to be pressuring souL a little bit? souL even added a bunker. He's got his siege tanks. He should be able to get in position to stop this attack. This base, though, could be under pressure a little bit. SCV's already given it the hug of life. However, Astrea going to be able to focus it down. Nicely done there.
Missile turret not yet complete and down to like 5 HP. So always a weird place to be.
It is, yeah. It's like, do I complete the missile turret and let it burn? Or not. Anyway, souL having more Widow Mine drops going down, able to rack up 18 probe kills while this is gone. So while there's minimal harassment early on in the game, there's a lot more going on now.
Wow, that last hit, 25 probes in the recent moments here. That's insane. souL's up way economy.
Really knocked down Astrea. Like, it's tough to bring down anyone who gets an economy that's on like 80 workers, because it's really tough to knock him down, but souL is now able to potentially push Astrea back here, engage the Protoss force as he simply has so much bio, and Astrea's army is just melting. His economy has been crippled behind this. Is souL just going to win this game?
I mean, it's looking pretty good for souL.
Yeah. Like, Astrea just overcommitted there, and then didn't defend his economy.
Army supply is 84 to 21. That seems pretty significant.
That is not good. High Templar are being warped in, but Psystorm is ages away, and all of a sudden this Protoss player, well, he's on 5 bases. He does not really have the stuff to stop this force, so...
This is very Zergy. It's like, shoot, I overexpanded. It doesn't have enough army.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Zerg style gets punished sometimes, no matter who's playing Zerg style.
Yeah.
Yeah, tank's firing, Stalker's not accomplishing a lot there.
GG. souL,
Whoa.
3 1s.